That's part of the game. That's why actually I'm able at the moment to speak.
Welcome everybody to the episode number 32 of Road to Success, the podcast hosted by Lord of Bars.
And today, the argument of today is gonna be the languages. What I mean for languages. We live in Switzerland, as you probably know. As you probably know, we live in Switzerland, and we had to face a big problem that it's actually learning German.
And also learning English.
Exactly.
Even we know how to speak, that was like different when you really have to.
So, we came here from Italy. So the biggest issue was that also in Italy, also English it's not the main language, and it's not really. People are really not able to speak English in Italy. You know, if you speak English in Italy, you are like an elite person.
They are
probably
not
a player.
even. They are not even able to speak Italian. Like they just speak dialect. So.
Exactly, they don't even speak Italian. You know, so and yeah, of course, when we came here, we had to face up the problem of English and German, and with English was pretty fine because we used to be a gamer.
So really, we used to be a player on video games,
Exactly.
And we learn everything. Like as I said also yesterday to one of our friends, I learned English because like I wanted to see the video from Logan Paul, and it's not Italian, as you know that, and I had to see his video with the subtitles in Italian. Then I switched off in English with subtitles in English, and so on.
Because you know the Italian community of YouTube and whatever, it's actually really limited, and that's why in our opinion everyone should be able to speak English, because like this you can reach a lot of more knowledges. And also if you take for example these guys that write us DM on Instagram, a lot of them unfortunately are not able to explain themselves properly in English because they translate with Google Translate, and they automatically have a sort of a gap. You know, they are not really able to communicate with us to learn more skill as possible, how to train, because we try to help everyone that actually DM us, you know.
And also, if we bring our content in English, it's better because we can reach more people, not just like Italian people, or if we speak German, just people from Switzerland or Germany, but actually you can reach everyone.
And we also practice, you know, because the point is that some people could say, why don't you do it in Italian? You're not able to speak English, because we are sure 100% that we do a lot of mistakes. That's part of the game. That's why actually I'm able at the moment to speak, let's say 60% of my English level, you know, because I used to not be scared and afraid about my mistakes, because I'm sure 100% that considering that I didn't really study English, I wasn't actually perfect, you know, and that it's also the same for Mirand.
No, actually I studied it, but I was not good. So.
Exactly, you know,
I was just good to read, so that's a big point for me. But let's speak about German, because here you have like two different situations of people coming in Switzerland. The one that did the school, and the one that didn't do the school, did the school, whatever.
So the point is that I'm really sure that I can commit myself to something that I love. But I'm sure as well that I'm not able to commit myself to something that I hate and I don't see benefit directly on a person. For example, cold shower, yes, they do benefit, dopamine, whatever, and I can commit to it because it's just mind. But the idea of studying every day, 5 hours, focused, blah, 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 I have to admit, if I have 5 hours to study, I will use these 5 hours to train. So the solution was actually to pay a school, and I paid a lot because I paid 1,000 francs each month, and go every day to the school for 5 hours a day for 5 days a week. And that was the best solution because, as you know, we are Italian and we speak Italian, you know, to each other. And that's the biggest issue. But some people say, why don't you speak English or German? Easy to say.
Yeah, we tried actually to speak German with each other. Like I wanted to learn more German from Khalil, but that's like not possible, you know.
It's not that effective.
You can't speak another language with somebody that you used to speak Italian or something else, you know. It's
You're not
different
gonna
to
take it
switch off
seriously.
the language settings.
Because you have the habit, you know that with Mirand you talk a certain language. And it's a little bit easier when we are in a group, because for example we are in the middle of people that speak just English or German, so we adapt ourselves to the group, so we also speak English to each other, you know, that's the point. But German, yeah, it's a different thing. It's really different story because it's actually pretty different, but at the same time not that much from Italian. In my opinion, Italian is more difficult than German. A lot of people say, oh no, what are you talking about? But article, verbs are really, really difficult in Italian. And of course, if you talk about the level of a McDonald's employee of Italy, maybe yes, the level of Italian that he has, it's not that
Yeah, but
high, let's
also
say.
something else that I saw from German to or English to Italian languages, that Italian it's much more complicated because you have really a lot of words for the same thing. Meanwhile, maybe in German for something else you have to use the same word that you use like for the arm and Unterarm.
Sì.
Like
Yeah.
this one is the avambraccio and the braccio. You know, it's completely different story. But something funny, really, really funny is like at work, I mostly speak English with my friends or coworkers, and I like reset the default setting of the place. Like now, everybody to me they speak Italian with me. They try at least, and with each other they speak English, and I try to speak German with them. So it's like really messing up that
And
place
it's
right
so
now.
language.
It's really funny, and
But-
my boss is watching the video, so I know he will have fun right now.
You know, the point is that, in my opinion, you can study how long you want, you can study every day, but you actually need to try to communicate with people because you need to get over the fear and you need to get used to the language because it's like the balance. You need to do it every day, and you will get actually, you're gonna be able to balance yourself. At the same, it's actually with the connection to actually speak another language, a new language.
And last thing, as one of our friends say, one word every day, you will learn the languages. That's not true. So
That's definitely not true.
that's everything for the episode number 32 from me and Khalil. We wish you a good night, a good evening, a good morning. We don't know when you're watching this video, but yeah, that's everything.